Hi, I'm Tal Ben-Shahar and you're watching Your Quest on Happier TV, where I will be answering your questions. Let's see what Clara, a mother of two boys, one 5 and the other 9 years old, has on her mind. Hi Tal, thank you for taking my question. I have two issues concerning my children and food. First, I feel that they don't eat enough. Second, they don't eat enough healthy food. As a result of these concerns, I'm constantly stressed when we're around the table and no longer really look forward to meals together. Thank you for your question, Clara. We of course know that food and nourishment are very important for the child's physical and psychological well-being. So it's obviously something that we as parents are concerned about. So let me start by saying that I'm not sure whether or not I'm the right person to answer your question, because I struggle with these very issues concerning children and food myself. But let me try anyway, and here are some ideas, some advice that I've been given over the years and that really helped me. So first, regarding them not eating enough. Children will eat when they're hungry. I'm of course not talking about children who suffer from eating disorders. These should be treated by professional psychologists and medical doctors. But most children, and certainly if they are 5 or 9 years old as your children are, they'll eat when they're hungry. Unless, and this is important, unless food becomes a contentious issue, sort of a conflict area or a war zone. You see, when we fight with our kids over food, constantly prompting them to eat this and not that, more of that and less of this, then they fight back. And in this fight, we may win individual battles, but we'll lose the overall war. In fact, food shouldn't even be in the category of battle or war. Mealtime or snack time can provide a place where we meet and have fun together. We as parents need to get out of their plate and stop trying to force them. Easier said than done. Now, if they don't eat enough one meal, then they'll eat more the next meal. Just like you don't need to remind a child to breathe, you usually don't need to remind a child to eat. Now regarding your second concern, this one about children eating more healthfully. Well, here are some tips that can help. First of all, create healthy choices for the child. I remember a few years ago when my daughter Shirelle was 3 years old, I gave her a clementine, which she began to devour. She loved it. Suddenly, her eye caught a chocolate bar that a friend's mother had just given her earlier. And as soon as that happened, it was goodbye clementine, hello chocolate. It would have been futile, even if she was older, for me to explain to her that it's healthier to eat fruit because it has antioxidants and vitamin C and dietary fibers. Futile, no use. And as I mentioned before, if I started a war over it, that wouldn't be good. The key is as much as possible to provide healthy choices. Say between different kinds of fruit, so here is a clementine, here is a banana, or different healthy dishes for lunch, and so on. This way, the child is choosing, and she's eating healthfully. Second, keep in mind the idea of moderation. Very important. You see, it's fine to eat some chocolate and some fatty foods as long as we don't overdo it. Our bodies are great at getting rid of unhealthy ingredients. But if we eat too much, too many of these ingredients, then the body accumulates the toxins, and this is not good. However, if you categorically prohibit any sweets or any chocolate or fried food, for example, the kids are likely to become obsessed with junk. And each time they're not in the house or you're not watching and they have the opportunity, they just wolf down prohibited foods. You don't want that, of course. Another thing is that you can explain to the children from a very young age the importance of vitamins and proteins and moderation. Don't scare them though. Do it all in a pleasant tone. Children want to be healthy. And if you explain to them the logic behind your limiting junk consumption or encouraging fruits and vegetables, they'll listen and they get it. And finally, and here I'm certainly talking to myself as well, have patience. Some children naturally eat everything, and food is not even an issue. For other children, it takes longer to acquire a taste for different foods. Encourage them to taste things, provide different options on the dinner table, and once again, be patient. Remember, mealtime can and should be a source of joy and fun for you and for your family. Thanks again, Clara, for your question, and thank you all for joining us on your quest. If you have questions or comments, please send them to us here on Happier TV.